And you're gonna be walking up to me talking to me in kind of way.
We have a fiddler on the roof.
You feel me?
What is this?
They say if you wanna hide something from a nigga, you put it in a book.
Song of poverty? What is it?
Well, I've been reading, and I've been thinking, and I know a man needs his ass up. Man been thinking. That's why I'm
Hey
like,
everybody, I hope that you can see me. I wanted to do this video because I know that January is right around the corner, and and we always try to find ways to do New Year's resolutions and stuff. And I want to say I'm not into New Year's resolutions. I like to consistently make goals for myself, whether I start today, tomorrow, make a goal for it to be next week, whatever it may be. But for those that do like New Year's resolutions and the outcome works for you, you need to stay tuned. I wanted to come to you with a quick little video about 2023 and moving forward with your life. A lot of you in 2022 have experienced a lot of drama, trauma, people trying to bring your spirits down, people trying to use control to control you. And one of the things that I can say advice-wise moving forward into 2023 is focus on coming to a place of not giving a fuck about what people think about you. It doesn't matter what they say. It don't matter what they think. You don't have to clear anything up. You don't have to explain. Focus on not being a people pleaser. And I say people pleaser because many of us don't know that over the years, many of us have been people pleasers or doing things out of obligation. I'm just like, man, it feels so good to do things because you love someone, because you want to do it, not because it was expected of you, not because of obligation. And the reason why I say that is because obligation is one of those things where you start off doing it because you want to, but the more and more you're reminded that you're doing it out of obligation instead of actually wanting and desiring to do those things, you'll burn out. If you don't believe me, you better ask somebody, ask yourself. It's a lot of things that I'm pretty sure you watch and have done over a period of time that felt so much like an obligation, you eventually stop doing it. So when you want to do something with someone or for someone, it should always be because you love that person and you love making them happy. You love the simple fact that they appreciate the things that you do. So that is one thing. Something that I feel that I have learned in 2022 is having tougher skin, because I always feel like I had tough skin, but having tougher skin to know that when people try to ridicule you and try to just bring your spirits down, it's coming from a place of them being miserable, bitter, unhappy. A lot of times the people that do this don't have 3 people in their phone that they can call in an emergency, that someone can call them and check up on them to see how they're doing. These people are low vibrational. So you have to learn to not respond to negative activity of any kind. It is okay to say no. Learning that was probably hard for a lot of us that are empaths. Sometimes saying no, you feel like it's being mean, but you have to say no sometimes, and you have to practice it. It doesn't have to be for a reason. You can just simply just say no that day. When people expect too much out of you and it's starting to drain you more than add to your well-being, you have to learn to say no, no matter what that look like. And no matter what your happiness look like, you got to go for that shit. You want to make sure that you are fulfilling your purpose, not what someone else thinks your purpose is. You know, there's good and bad and ugly everywhere within us, outside of us. We have to learn how we tap into it. Do we want to tap into the bad part of us or the good part of us? You know what I'm saying? Where's the balance? Every day I wake up and I can choose to do something really, really fucked up. And I choose to do good things. I try to do good things that will benefit myself and those that I love that are around me, okay? Make those mistakes too. Don't let people make you feel guilty or bad about no mistakes you made, because at the end of the day, that's how we learn. That's how we move forward. If you don't make no mistakes and people are always holding you accountable for some mistakes that you have made in the past, you'll never learn and grow from it. And once again, those people that try to hold you accountable for things that you have done or things that you have said when you have moved on, you're happy you've moved past things, those are people that are very triggered, very, very bitter. They try to make it look like they're not, whether it's on social media, whether it's in real life. They try to make it seem like they're not bothered, but you can tell when a person is bothered. They just won't let things go. They're stuck on the past. They're negative. You know, move forward. This was yesterday. That was the day before yesterday. How do we grow from here? Focus on that. Be around people that help you grow, That focus on love, focus on forgiveness is never for the other person. It's for you. It's to set you free so that you can get the gifts and the blessings that are meant for you. You gotta focus on love, loving yourself. You can't give what you don't have. Let go of childhood traumas, you know, let go of mommy and daddy issues. Let go of, oh, my best friend hurt me when I was in the 10th grade. Let go of all of that stuff. If you don't want to revisit those things to clear up anything, that's fine, but learn to grow from it. Learn the lessons in it. And always pay attention to your feelings. I don't want to minimize anybody's feelings that is watching this. However you feel about something, I'm not here to say that you have a right to be mad or not. What I am saying is you don't want to sit with those feelings for too long, because it really can destroy you as a person. It can make you hateful. It can make you not happy for people that are around you. It can really put you in a really bad situation where you won't be happy in no kind of way. You'll continue to attract drama. You'll continue to attract low lives. And I don't want that for anybody. I want everybody watching, whether you a hater, if you are a hater, I want you to learn how to grow too. Each one teach one, you know. This year I have learned so much about myself, and one of the things that I learned is growth and what it really fully embodies. I had to understand that when you are moving up, everybody around you may not be on the same speed as you, and then you have to use proper discernment if you want to wait, if you want to help them climb up with you, or if you got to climb up by yourself. And one of the biggest things that I learned about boundaries is that it's not to give people ultimatums. It's not even to tell people how to treat you either, because I used to think that when you have boundaries, it's supposed to show people how they should be treating you. But really, when you create boundaries, it's basically what you are allowing into your headspace, into your life. So what I mean by that is a healthy boundary would be if someone wanted to do something with you or whatever the situation was, instead of giving them an ultimatum, I'm gonna do this or this is what's gonna happen. It's not in that fashion. It's more so you can do what you want to do. This is what I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying? The difference? Because people think creating boundaries is having a list that you give other people as to what they can't do to you. The thing is, we can't control people. They're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway. Boundaries being set is like, okay, this is the situation I find myself in, and this is how I'm going to respond to it. So I had to learn that. It's natural, even as a kid, for you to care about what people think about you. But what the problem is with that is that you can become a people pleaser. If you spend so many years caring about what somebody got to say about you, whether they call you a bald-headed hoe, a bitch, broke, whatever it is, those are just words. And unless you truly feel those things about yourself, nothing that somebody can say can hurt you. And that's what people don't understand. People try to find the deepest, the lowest blow to hit you with. And the reason why they do that is because they know that you are insecure about that particular thing. And they'll keep saying it and saying it and saying it, and you're unbothered by it. You know, you have to get to a point where you have thick skin, where you say, you know what, I do what I want every day. I get up, I go to work if I go to work, you know, I stay home if I stay home. Why do I care about what someone else got to say about me? You know, it doesn't stop your money. It doesn't lower your self-esteem. And if it do, that's something that you need to grow out of eventually. And everybody is on a different timeline. If you may not even grow fast, you know, it could be slow, and it can take work, because when you have to deal with years of abuse, physically, emotionally, whatever your story is, it can really mess up what you're trying to do in the future if you let it. So let those people talk bad about you. Let them spread hate. Let them spread lies. It's not going to stop you from doing what you want to do. It's not going to make you unhappy. The biggest thing that you have to learn, I think, this year moving forward is control. Don't let other people control your steps and your moves. Don't let other people control your thoughts. You should be the only person in control of your thoughts. If people say they're going to do this, if you don't do that, and they give you ultimatums, let them. Still live your life. Do whatever it is that make you happy and bring you joy and bring you peace. Another thing moving into 2023, don't respond to negativity. I think we all in our lives at some point had like this moment of wanting to put yourself in a position that don't feel so uncomfortable. But what happens when we're too comfortable? When we're too comfortable, we don't get the things that we're supposed to get, because they see you are loved. They see how you are going places. They see that you have changed. You know, you ever get up one day and somebody Instagram you or text you, it's like, you know what, you look really happy these days. Or what's going on new? Your page looking a little different. You know what I'm saying? You just seem so happy and cheery and stuff. Why do you think that is? Because people that are truly genuine and they know you and they love you and they care for you, they can see when you are changing. Even if you can't see and feel, other people that are around you can see and feel what's going on with you. And those are the things that we should focus on. We shouldn't focus. So those are the things that I have to share with you guys about 2023 and just being more positive and focus on not caring. I don't think people understand how caring about what other people think of you really does hinder your growth. When you wake up and you decide to not do something or to do something based off of who is watching, who is going to say something, what people think, it really does close opportunities and doors for you that would never, ever been an issue before. You got to stop caring about what people think about you, what you do, where you go, who you with, who you are. What people don't understand is that we preach manifesting and living life for today, but how many of us are really practicing it? And people are going to talk about you and say things no matter what, especially when they see you happy. Notice that people don't say bad things about you until they see you're climbing, you on your way. And when you're on your way and you caring about the people down here and what they think about you, what you think gonna happen? You're gonna be right here at their level. You was up here, and now you're gonna be right here at their level. We attract people, we attract things. So we have to always be mindful about that. Moving into 2023, if 2022 was really, really hard for you, whether it was financially, lost people, whether you even lost hope, you lost yourself, then moving forward next month is going to require a lot of growth. That's the thing too. A lot of people say, oh, I'm healed, I'm this. No, you're not healed if you're triggered. If you're triggered by things that you so-called healed from, you're not healed. Maybe you're going through some motions of being healed, but you're not fully healed. Something that you want to do for yourself, something, it could be wild, it could be something simple, it could be anything. Just focus on those things and see how much love and light that you get while you are doing those things for yourself, and you'll never want to go back. You have to have tough skin. And I'm not saying that at some point you're not going to care about your status or your reputation or whatever, but when you think about reputation, what is it anyway? It's basically caring about what other people think about you instead of what you think about yourself. When you go to bed at night, are you happy with the decisions that you made? Gotta understand that thing. Okay, so it is 2022 and we're moving into 2023.
I'm already in 23 in my mind.
What are some of the things that you learned about yourself in 2022?
I learned that I could do anything.
Yeah.
I know that sounds kind of cliche, but it's not.
No, I don't think so.
I learned that travel is required for perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Be that an hour out or 8 hours out. I think it's a good idea for people to travel. Especially if you're tired of seeing the same stuff and the same people, and you got stuff going on, but it feel like people ain't helping you. Then maybe those people not crazy. Maybe you crazy for staying there. What did you learn?
I learned, outside of like all the things that I had already put into like the video and stuff, I learned to appreciate myself more.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that when you don't appreciate yourself, it's kind of hard to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really true when they say like you have to love yourself, because you can't give what you don't have, and you become depleted a lot. So I had to learn to do what was best for me, and I try to teach other people to do what's best for you, and nobody can tell you what's best for you but you. So that's one of the things that I learned that helped me.
I learned that the world is really big and most people's world is really small.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people be like, oh, everybody, people make these general statements about what everybody's doing as if they know everybody in the world or everybody in their city or everybody in their county, when the truth is you don't know everybody in the world, the city, the county, the state. So, you know, if you got problems, they probably localized.
Yeah.
It's probably on you and your friends.
What is some advice that you could give like struggling couples moving forward in 2023?
When you go out to eat, order your drink, order your appetizer, and then eat your appetizer and decide if you want an entree after you eat the appetizer. You save a lot of money like that, and you can build a lot of genuine moments. Because yesterday I had appetizer and an encore. And I ain't gonna lie, I was about to explode. I was about to explode. I was about to explode, bro. I ain't even touch my entree.
Yeah, it's still in our refrigerator because we couldn't even touch it. Like, our appetizer really was lit. But y'all might be laughing about what he's saying, but even this little small piece of advice, it all adds to like your relationship. Because if you had a budget when you went out to eat and you went over that budget because you ate your appetizer and you ate your entree, like you ordered all that food at one time, you ain't gonna even eat it.
You ain't gonna eat it. And if you ain't had no money, like if you really couldn't afford to be doing it, but you was doing it anyway, you're gonna be a little upset. You're gonna be a little upset. You're gonna be like, damn, I done spent all this money and we ain't even eat the food.
So that's one good tip.
Yeah.
Saving money, because we know that like a lot of people be tripping about finances and stuff, and finances can make you definitely go check out. So that was a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything is a date.
Ooh, what you say?
I said everything is a date.
Say that one more time.
Everything is a date.
Everything is a date, okay? And I'm a woman, and I'm here to tell y'all two ladies that y'all got to get out of this mind frame and thinking that a date ain't a date unless your man is paying $200-300.
Unless you got to pay for valet parking, wait 5 minutes to park, wait an hour to go sit down and eat, spend $300. That is
just for you to complain anyway at the end. Oh, it was too packed. All the traffic. They food wasn't all that good. Don't nobody that's spending their money want to spend their money on somebody that's like that. So, be appreciative. Try to go like places that are free sometimes. Get you, your little lunch date in, a date.
We also learned that it's okay for women to pump the gas.
Yes, it is.
And the camera goes back on the merry-go-round. Yeah, it's okay for women to pump gas too.
Man, relationships is a partnership and it's teamwork. It's not about who do more for the other. And if you feel like you're not getting reciprocated in some ways, and that's a conversation you need to have with your partner. But it's okay if your guy is already paying for the gas for you to pump it. It's okay for if you are paying for the gas for your guy to pump it. I think that we always get it twisted when we think of gender roles in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what fuck it up.
Yeah. And, ladies, it's okay to pull your phone out and record your man, especially if he's taking you on dates. Like, what kind of psychology do y'all got? Y'all think y'all the only ones that want to get back home and look at y'all self look cute? Niggas want to see they self look like whatever the male version of cute is too.
Yeah.
If a dude went to spend $200 from Jay's and he took you out on a date, yeah, we know you want your off-guard pictures, but you think he don't want his too? And then don't be trying to trip on that man when he get his off-guards and he put him on his profile picture like he's single. It's the same shit y'all do. Go get the best picture that ain't got to do with that, took the picture and put that one up.
Yeah.
They think we be stupid.
You gotta care about the other person, and I think men lack in that department when it comes to like when they say, when you see memes or you see statuses where they say men aren't loved properly.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. You burn out eventually. You don't even want to do those things. I want to do things for you.
Yeah.
And I want you to do things for me, and I want it to be because we love each other and we want to do those things, not because we're obligated to do it or expected to. I think it's more meaningful when you get that out of the relationship.
Yeah. And I also want to say too that, I'm really going in on women right now because you're a woman, you can go on men.
I feel you.
But, a lot of y'all women got to stop treating y'all dude like he ugly, because guess what? Somebody gonna find him and she ain't gonna think he ugly.
So right.
And she ain't gonna treat him like he ugly, and then he gonna be out here walking with confidence. Who said it? The C word. He gonna be out here walking with confidence, coming to the house. Where'd you get that confidence from?
I'll be mad as fuck.
You shouldn't be mad at nobody but yourself if you didn't get it from you. And confidence do make a person be a different person.
It does, and you can see it. Like there's segments, a part of this video that I had recorded while you was sleeping, getting your rest. That I was kind of saying the same thing. You have to uplift your partner. They should be uplifting you. Oh yeah, everybody, he got a nose ring. Yeah, he got his nose pierced. I think that it adds a nice little element to him.
Mindfulness.
He tattooed, he hit for anybody that's new to our channel, I am a tattoo artist and a lash tech and a braider. So I do a little bit of everything. And I was like, let me tattoo my honey. So he has a lot of artwork on him done by me, and I feel really, really good about that, you know.
Yeah.
I love doing things that help boost his self-esteem. I like the fact that I can make him happy and that he's a happy person on his own, you know. I'm not the reason why he's happy, not the only reason why he's happy, but he's a very happy person on his own, and I absolutely love that.
My tattoo work.
It's healing right now. So it's scabbing and it's doing what it's naturally supposed to do, but I'm like really excited. That's what we do, like in our relationship. We make each other feel really, really good. Well, doing this video, I wanted people to get like, you know, just like a insight on who we are, what we doing. Right now, we just like a lot of people that are vloggers and YouTubers that are really just trying to find where we fit and use our talents, use our creativity to make our videos go places and to just be, you know, personable with y'all. Like, we're not trying to please everybody. If what we say and what we do resonate with you and you want to support us and follow us, then that's great. That's pretty much like what we're doing it for. We're not on the path to try to make videos that's pleasing to everybody that watch it. And I think that's where we had kind of fucked up when we first started doing videos. Because, you know, it's a lot of people watching it. We just like, we got to get people what they want. Fuck that. We going to give y'all what we want. You know what I'm saying? And if it resonates with you, keep following, keep subscribing. Give us feedback, you know, if there's something that it is that you do want to see and that we have it, you know, we don't mind doing it for y'all, but we're not trying to people please, right? Okay, I think it's going, right? So my honey went to go take him a little break, and I wanted to jump into like while we doing the YouTube videos and everything. YouTube videos allow us to not have to rush and cram our thoughts and ideas and our process in one TikTok video that only lets you post 3 minutes. Some people TikToks you're able to post 10 minutes, which is great. But we know that getting somebody attention for 10 minutes on TikTok can be a challenge. It's not that we can't do it, but it definitely can be a challenge. With us putting our videos on YouTube, you get to see the whole scope of everything. Like... He's so silly. I hope y'all like our matching pajamas.
It's all coming through as Santa Claus this year.
Yeah, we look all, you know,
come down the chimney
holiday-ish
like this.
And everything.
Coming down the chimney like this right here. Y'all be back.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, y'all. I got matching pajamas. You hear me? You don't just do matching pajamas with just know anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Don't match pajamas. Let the spirit match.
I'm silly. But yeah, this is the part of our life where we are just super happy. We are excited about all the goals that we have met thus far. We are excited about getting rid of negative people, negative energy. We don't even respond to it. If you come in with some negative shit, you're not gonna get no response. In no kind of way. None. Huh? Oh, it's cold out there?
Yeah.
I was just talking to them about not responding to negativity and how we don't respond to negativity in no kind of way. We're past that part in our life. We don't feel the need to explain anything or explain our happiness.
To touching tips.
The tip. We touch tips. We're at the part where it's like, finally, I'm not crazy. There is somebody out there for you that is going to truly love you. And love is a job. It doesn't have to be a hard job, but it is a job. We can't deny that it is a job. We get along so great. We don't have arguments. We don't have fights. We don't go to bed mad at each other. When I asked him earlier about some tips that you could give struggling couples or just any couple, those are just things that we like to incorporate in our relationship. I don't think that you should ever go to bed mad at your partner. What happens when you go to bed mad at your partner is you wake up with that shit on your mind. And then your partner walk in the room, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So
looking like you trying to nook a few bucks or some shit.
Yeah, so don't go to bed mad at your partner. You know, whatever it is that's troubling you, let them know that you just need some space to collect yourself. Don't say things out of turn. Don't say things to try to hurt them and bring their spirit down. These are all things that come with growing and learning about yourself, learning about your triggers, where your triggers are rooted from. And just creating those boundaries in your relationship. Tell your partner that you love them every day. When you guys see us like kissing or holding hands or walking, those aren't things that we just do for social media. You know, a lot of people pull their camera out. They pull their camera out. They be all like this, like, hey, babe, let's take a picture. Shit. And then the phone goes down.
Get the fuck away from me.
You walk in another room.
Get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, it'd be real fake. Like, if we never had social media, people in our real everyday lives, they see how happy we are. They see how healthy our relationship is and how we help each other grow. He adds a lot to, like what y'all see, he adds a lot to my growth. He taught me patience because I wasn't a patient person. He taught me patience, and that helped me in all areas of my life. He restored a lot of faith and hope in me. And those things allow for me to be able to keep it going. I don't expect for him to do that every day or be relying on it. But once he got started, you can't tell me shit about nothing. You can't destroy my peace, nothing.
She be spoiled now. She be getting sleep and shit.
I do.
When I met her, she told me, I don't never be sleep. Be sleeping.
And it ain't just because of no sex, y'all. I'm telling y'all.
Nah.
It's really like how he holds me when my anxiety kick in. Like, I really love it. The way he looks at me. And people like, oh, the way you look at him.
Yeah. That was a demonstration of what to do to your girl if you're losing right now. Grab her by the arm. And she don't do this right here, y'all need to just go talk. I'm telling you right now, just
don't
stop.
Be doing none of this. Ladies, stop. Because I'm so glad you said this. When your man come in and hold you, even if you know you was a little upset with him, don't be like, bitch ass nigga, don't touch me.
Okay,
get your broke ass on.
You gonna be mad as hell you see him grabbing the girl that work at the bank like that.
Then you're gonna have something to say and talk about on social media. But you're not telling your part. You're just telling the part that people gonna
wanna get on Facebook and come out of lurker mode then tell y'all about this shit.
I can't believe, like, nah, we don't.
But like I was saying,
we don't do that.
If you losing right now, go grab your girl like this. If she lean this way, everybody's head. Lean this way. If she lean like that, just stop and go talk about whatever made her lean like that. Now if she lean like this, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and press play on the movie. But like this is a problem. This is okay. I want to say this. A lot of y'all is dating people with some mental problems. And I know that sound real harsh, but it's real true. You can go from there.
No, it's true.
Say that.
It's funny that you said that too. I literally was just on Twitter earlier and I was saying the same thing. You know, make sure you know who the fuck you are around. Not just with dating, friends too, just everybody. Because typically what people do is they want to be liked. And once they figure out what it is that you like and what you want and expect in a person, they try to be those things in the beginning. And then you start seeing the crazy come up out their ass.
Yeah.
You start seeing the crazy. Take time to get to know people. Don't try to change them. Just try to get to know them so you can make a decision if you want to keep them in your life.
What's your favorite number 5? See, I knew that. How many of y'all knew that about y'all, girl?
Yeah. Our favorite colors or what they like, what they don't like, triggers. Do you know what makes them happy, what makes them smile, what makes them sad?
The reason I know it now. A lot of people can be thrown off, and if you observing them, you can start to picture that they throw it off, but they never gonna understand it because they throw it off. In that instance, you gotta do your own homework. Don't even worry about them. You gotta do your own homework to figure out the best way for you to go on the train tracks.
Yeah, and don't be afraid. I think a lot of people are afraid to walk away from people, especially if you got history with them. You've been friends since kindergarten or whatever. You just started dating them 5, 6, 7 years ago, and whatever the situation is. Sometimes there is a such thing as a person coming into your life to teach you a lesson, and then you move on from that and you move on from them. It's not gonna always end great.
I think that sometimes a person can come into your life for y'all to be together, and then this shit just go off the tracks. You know, every train got potential to go off the tracks. Because if you think, well, oh, that person just went for me, that person could have been for you. But either you could have not developed or that person could have not developed, messed up the whole trajectory.
Yeah, if y'all not right here, it's just not gonna ever work. And a lot of these signs are in the very beginning. We just, like I was telling you yesterday, we be overlooking things. In 2023, moving forward, I give the best advice to y'all when I say this. Don't let loneliness fucking drive you in the arms of people that is not gonna love you properly, because it'll fuck around and have you like doubting yourself. Your self-esteem will be affected. You'll start not loving yourself like you used to. People can see when you happy. You think they can't.
I
But they
want to see
can.
in 2023. Don't forget to get your NUT. You know what I'm saying? Because see, a lot of people out here acting like sexual relations is not a part of adult life. So just really ask yourself, how transparent can you be in a relationship with sex required if you don't even acknowledge what it is that you're trying to do or what you want or what you need?
Sex is a part of relationships.
It is.
You know, it's not the
And if it
only
ain't, then
part.
why does cheating exist?
Feel like
I be training.
when men don't do this, and that's a question I gotta ask men.
I be training for
Ask
sex.
you.
I'll be able to like this at night when I'm in myself.
Okay.
It's interesting that you say that too, because you know, pop culture, they be doing all this talking about WAP and WAP. But what about the DAS? Or the DOP? All the DOPsters just sitting in the back in relationships, ruining them because they got DOP and they singing WAP. Take your ass to the doctor.
Not a doctor.
And I ain't gonna cut the dudes no slack either. You know, goddamn, up here trying to blame women because you can't get your dick hard. That's on you, my boy. That's on you.
Y'all better go to the doctor and do what it takes to fix y'all fucking sex life. Sex is a big, I don't care what nobody say, sex is a big part of the relationship. Oh, it just came to me. The second mistake that women make too when they are not having sex with their partner is some women will just give them some sloppy sex just to say, well, I fucked you last night.
But not no sloppy head.
It was with no love. It was with no nothing. And it's like so fucking weird. You know, like if you are or have been through that part of your life where you like, you know what? I was doing this shit in my relationship. Moving forward, just don't do that shit no more because we human. People really be out here trying to shame people for moving on and doing what's best for you. If you know that there's some part of you that cannot meet the expectations of your partner, then you really should let them go. It's selfish to hold on to them because they're going to be making mistakes throughout the relationship because neither one of you guys have balance and neither one of you guys are really trying to put an effort to making it work. You go to sleep and you wake up, you be like, oh man, I just want to give this person the world. Yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? On top of having a good relationship, on top of being best friends, like he really does add to my life in all positive areas, like in every fashion. If y'all see him or me doing things that y'all never seen us do at all before, that's what you see. That's what love does. It really do make you do things that you never thought that you could do or things you always thought you can do.
Mistake number 4. Stop getting y'all asses in relationships if you're not ready to love. That seems so simple, but it's so heavy. Like, we might need to come up with a checklist of shit for people to actually look at a list and evaluate themselves. Because it's so easy for everybody to evaluate everybody else. This nigga don't do this bitch. Nigga, did you pass your ready to love test? If you ain't passed your ready to love test, then get your ass out the dating pool.
Yeah, don't be in a relationship if you got a lot of trauma. And I say trauma because a lot of times, especially in today's society, a lot of people get with other people during the part of their lives where they end up trauma bonding. What happens is you meet somebody and you talk about how your ex ain't shit and how he don't do this, how he don't do that. And then that person talks to you about what they ex did and it's similar. Next thing you know, y'all just bonded. Nah, fuck that shit.
That's elementary as
When
fuck.
you get with somebody, it is so best to not put all the bad shit on the table.
You need to be ready to love.
You gotta be ready to love.
That requires communication, eye contact. What else comes with being ready to love? Saying what you really feel about boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have boundaries without beefing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You can say no.
All respect.
Because if you say no and then the person gets an attitude with you, no, I'm the type of person that normally if I say no and the person gets an attitude with me, then I'm going to come down off what I'm going to try to modify it. But the truth is, you should be able to say no and that person be like, damn, I kind of don't like that no. But things are still good.
Yeah, it shouldn't be no attitudes throughout the day. It shouldn't be where you walk in a room, you can feel the tension of that other person. Like, that's me personally, where I'm at in my life. I'm glad that I don't have those problems. I'm glad that, like I said, we don't go to bed mad at each other. Whatever it is, which is never really nothing. But if there is a something, we don't go to bed mad at each other. We always hash it out immediately because we don't want to go
Kay's
through
texting.
another.
I just want to say mindfulness, Kay. Keep going.
Okay, we love you, boo. But anyway, and to add to what he was saying too, being grown. Stop being childish. Stop being childish. You have to work on that part. Like if you got some childhood trauma, work on your mommy and daddy issues, because going into a relationship with mommy and daddy issues, you never gonna make it. You're gonna be left behind. Anytime somebody see that there's somebody or something out there better for them, you're gonna continuously be left behind.
And we do mean mommy and daddy issues, like your real mama and your real daddy. In most cases, if you fucked up, your parents fucked you up. And if you're lucky enough where you can call them and talk about it, you should do that.
Yeah.
Don't be out here mad at everybody else because your mama didn't love you. You ain't ready to love till you get past that. Shit.
Yep.
Or your daddy either. If they ain't love you, you need to go look in the mirror and be like, damn, my mama and my daddy didn't love me.
Try to find a way to heal from that too. If you have an opportunity to just talk to your parents about something, even if it was a long time ago, just say, hey, I'm at a point in my journey where I'm trying to heal from things, and this is something that I kind of need closure on. Understand that they may not even give you closure, but the simple fact that you put your best foot forward in an attempt to get that closure from them, do that.
We're going to take a break right here. We're about to roll up a blunt, and we ain't got but one more blunt left.
And for anybody watching, it is legal here.
Where we at?
Where we're at.
You don't know
right
where we
now,
at, then we can't tell you.
Yeah.
But where we at, it's legal.
It's legal, so
We're about to take us out. We're going to come back in when we got the blunt rolled.
Just before you while the camera is rolling, what do you have to say about people that bring up your past mistakes as a way to bring you down?
People that you with or just people in general?
People in anybody that...
They don't even matter. Because I don't even talk to people no more, really. But people that you with, it's like that just tear apart the relationship, because then you can't tell them nothing. You feel like you can't tell you nothing, then they gaslight you and they say, well, why do you feel like I can't tell you anything? Like, because I tell you the truth and I have to hear about it for 5 years. Why would anybody, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if somebody telling you the truth, don't use it against them. That's called what? That's gaslighting?
It's a form of gaslighting.
Yeah, like, that's a form of gaslighting. I ain't even trying to be funny, like.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. You know, the thing about making mistakes is that
we all make them.
We all make them, and we all supposed to learn from them. The issue with people that bring up our mistakes and insecurities is that they too make mistakes, but their life ain't even valuable or important enough for people to give a fuck about it. So no one is seeing theirs. It's not being highlighted. You might be in the forefront, you know, not giving a fuck, you know.
Kicking up dust, not giving a mother.
I'm a firm believer of what I'm about to say right now.
Okay.
The moment that you decide that you don't want to be who you was yesterday, if today is a new day and you decide that you don't want to be that version of yourself no more, don't let nobody bring up no shit that you did the day before, last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago. Don't let nobody bring you down like that, because that can actually mess up your actual growth process. That can hinder you in a lot of ways. If somebody was a crackhead all their life, if they woke up a week ago and decided they didn't want to be a fucking crackhead no more, don't bring up you crackhead or you've been a crackhead all your life. You think you something because you ain't smoked crack in a week. Yes, I do. I was a crackhead my whole life.
Okay.
And this week I decided I didn't want to be.
That be me with cigarettes sometimes. Like, yes, I quit yesterday.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm smoking today.
And
But I
kudos
quit
to him.
for 24 hours.
Because over the summer, he went a very long time without smoking cigarettes, and that goes into communication. Ain't no way you can tell me, well, hey, I'm having a struggle with wanting to stop smoking cigarettes, and I'm not trying to help you, you know. For anybody that's watching, Reno dropped 30 pounds, not from stress, not from anything, but trying, you know what I'm saying, working out, living his best life. You know, when he jumped back, it was kind of like, let me see how long I can go. And he went like, what, over a month? Over a month, you know. And for people that know him in real life, that seen him smoke cigarettes every day, all day, that is growth. That shows that you're happy and you're doing things in your life to change.
Back when I was working on the 9 to 5, I was a chain smoker, baby.
Speaking of 9 to 5, how do you feel about not having a 9 to 5 no more?
I feel fucking great, because right now, the way my life went when I worked the 9 to 5 was I had to always decide that I want to be off for Thanksgiving or that I want to be off for Christmas. This year, I said, fuck you. I'm off for both of them. And I'm out to
I'm glad that I don't have a regular 9 to 5. The 9 to 5s have never been my thing. I like that I could just be home all day long, making money. I get to be at home, living my best life. Don't have 9 to 5s. We work for ourselves, still pay our bills, still do what we supposed to do. and we just living our fucking life, you know, and that's what we wish for a lot of people. Like, it's so many people that call you and complaining about their 9-to-5 job.
For sure.
They absolutely hate their 9-to-5 job. And their 9-to-5 job causes them to hate other people. It's like, why don't you quit the motherfucker? I say, well, you can't quit because we got bills.
Shout out to anybody that did say fuck their job and just quit it. You know what I'm saying? They out here just getting it. Shout out to you.
Cause that's hard.
Ain't no
that's hard. That's a hard thing to do, to quit your job, because you don't know where your next meal gonna come from. You don't know how your shit gonna get paid. But one thing I learned from experience and through our reading and findings is that if you don't get out of your comfort level, nothing new or good can come your way. And if it do, it won't stay around long because you're too fucking comfortable. You have to take risks. You have to make sacrifices.
Them folks came to see me.
Invest in your
future.
future.
Came to see you, Otis. Everybody came to see you, Otis. Ladies and gentlemen, I am David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations.
So self-improvement all 2023. We always come to this moment of in December, we go on Facebook, talk about your goals and plans and stuff. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's bad.
Too, I didn't want to say it.
Oh yeah. I told my honey a while ago, like a long time ago, I say, listen, when we get to where we want to get in life, we getting off of social media. Right now, social media, we're monetized. So whether you following us on Instagram, watching our Facebook reels, being nosy, lurking, doing whatever, sending people anything, I don't care.
Hey man, don't play this record.
Every time you discuss or say anything about anything you've seen on social media about Bree, Reno, and R&B Dreams, you're actually adding to our fan base.
I had to work hard. While people were hating on me, I was working hard to get monetized because I was aware that one day I wanted to quit my real job and see if I can get some money off the internet. But I was working really hard to get monetized just so that I could live in this moment that I'm living in right now. While I'm sitting here getting high and making a video to get paid off of it.
Yep.
I'm not saying that to sound like I'm bragging. I'm saying that to motivate or inspire you. Like, damn, it's that easy? Yeah, if you want to do it and you're serious. But the thing about it, they ain't gonna tell you, you're gonna lose a lot of people along the way.
Ooh.
Because a lot of people that act like they was pushing your ass was really pulling you back.
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. And what the elephant in the room with that too is that a lot of people, they see what you doing, they really do be on some, I want to do that, or why we couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They start seeing, oh man, this person on the come up, they moving up, because they know that when they see you, they know that you putting in effort, that you are investing in yourself. So if anybody that is watching and you got people in the midst of you that just don't support you in no kind of way, you got that business that you always dreaming of and they don't inspire you or try to push you to go for it, you need to cut them up. Yeah, when we started a business, we was just new to it, just trying to figure out where we fit, and we started seeing a lot of progress within 30 days of what we were doing. And then you got other people that are trying to jump into the same world that you in the same niche or whatever it is, and like, why I'm not getting results? They do this together, they do everything to fucking together and they get results. It's because we work together, we communicate. You know, I think that we're doing really, really good. Like, even just doing what we're doing now, this is a big step. People don't be wanting to record themselves.
I know, I've been saying this shit for years. Like, bro, okay, the reason that you must, if you're gonna live this life, you have to post yourself because you have to practice. You have to practice looking in the camera, knowing where to look at, so you don't look like a full-blown
Crackhead.
Yeah, I was gonna say a worse word than the DSM-5, but it's just like going to work and learning how to do their functions. If you're gonna be in front of the camera, you gotta practice. So Instagram, Facebook, all the vanity and narcissist tools, they really can be used in a good way to practice just being on the camera. But I'm much more comfortable speaking in front of a camera just because I always posting myself. So all the lurkers out there, there's like, oh, I wonder what it feels like to be him. Nigga, use the record button and hit post.
Tip for the day.
That's a tip. Yeah, that's a tip. That's a tip, and it's a question. What kind of world do you live in where you're afraid that the people that you surround yourself with in social media land gonna judge you?
Oh man.
What kind of world do you really live in? You handpick people to judge you.
You speaking, I've said it's so crazy. Everybody's watching this part of it now. Like I said, he was asleep earlier, so it's gonna be parts of this video where you're just gonna see just me, but he had no idea what I was talking about. I was just talking about like moving into 2023. You want to be like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us were people pleasers growing up, and then you take that into adulthood. Yeah. And you end up, everybody you come across that mean anything to you. It don't even mean if they mean a lot, just anything. There's a certain level of expectation or requirement and duty that you feel that you have to fulfill, and then you become pleasing people, not want nobody mad, not want nobody to catch attitude, being the peacemaker. And moving forward, you can't be doing that shit all the time. Some things you may want to bend and modify a little bit, but you can't really give a fuck about what people think about you. Whatever it is that you want to do that you think people gonna judge you for, you just gotta fucking do it, because those people that are out there judging you and ridiculing you, they not happy in their life.
They're like little monsters behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Look at that, I see what you're doing. I really want to go out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm gonna say too, because you said something about people pleasers. There's two types of people pleasers. So the type of people pleaser that you can become is, one of them is when, like, we were talking about people biting your moves and shit like that, right? So you be on some always take the higher road shit. But taking the higher road is turning you into a people pleaser. Because sometimes you just need to check people. Like, nah, fuck that higher road. I'm going down this road I'm on right now. That's one type. The other type is like the, you know, the vanity narcissist type, where they just out here fuck everything on the inside. We only care about the outside type people. Like, the ultimate breakthrough to have is to really get really comfortable sitting there with everything off, with your eyes closed and a clear mind. That sounds very elementary. It sounds elementary. Like, I'm talking about closing your eyes and thinking about nothing. If you can get to the point that you're doing that good, you can skip a lot of these steps we're talking about. That's how I'm skipping so fast right now. At the end of the day, when it's just me, I be like, bet, what time we going up, big bro? You know what I'm saying? Big bro, where you go when your body explode?
It's hard to not care when you used to caring. It's hard. Like, sometimes you'll find yourself where you like, I'm fully healed from this situation, and now I could just live life doing whatever I want to do. But you still, because of trauma, due to childhood, past relationships, you got to get out of it. Oh, shoot. You got to be in control of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you are used to other people controlling your moves. And people control your moves through hate, through guilt trips. People throw guilt trips on you to force you to do something that they don't even want to do. They just feel guilty about some shit. But once you actually take control over your life,
oh, she gonna take my
it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? What requires you to not care is being in full control over your life. A person that's not in control of their life is the type to care. Be honest. All of us. If you think about...
Let's say it again. A person that's not in control of their life is the type to care.
Yes.
That's true. They care about what other people think is.
Yeah, if you read that, when I had to sit recently and think about this. At a point in my life where I did care about what it may look like, or I can't do this because people may think this, or I really want to do this, but people may think that, you know, I had to learn from experience that, damn, I wasn't in full control over my life, because if I was in full control over my life, nothing that anybody said outside.
You gotta get back in your seat. Nothing that she said, nothing that she did, nothing that people said from outside of her would matter.
Yeah, so even though I've always been kind of free spirit anyway since I was a kid, when I started doing things in my adult life that people who on the outside, whether they were social media or whatever, they're like, oh man, Brittany doing this now? Like, I'm not surprised, but I am surprised. It's like, I could have been doing this shit a long time ago. Like, a real life long time ago. And I speak for a lot of people when I say this, like going to college, not that I don't think people should go to college, but in my situation, going to college based off of, oh, you know, I want people to think that I'm, you know, that I'm smart, I'm important, all this stuff. It just puts you in debt. And now that my college and everything is like fully paid off, on fees and all that stuff, like I'm an entrepreneur. And I've been an entrepreneur for the last, I'll say like 10 years. And it does me well. And being an entrepreneur, I had to learn after you sit there and you listening to your clients' problems. And some of these people, they not bums. They not, when the bums are subjective. But they're not like real life out here, no clothes, no shoes, no home, no car. A lot of these people seem to have good lives because they got the nice car, they got the degree, they got all this stuff. And I'm just like, damn, they got all this stuff and still unhappy. And I think that was my breakthrough of knowing, like, fuck this shit. I'm going to do whatever it is I want to do.
Well, I went to college and dropped out and went back to college and then finished it. And I did the whole thing and I didn't do the graduation ceremony, so.
I dropped out too, shit. Once I realized this is a scam and this is
I think I just
bullshit,
need to call them folks and see if I can graduate though. I think I'm done. Like, I'm done with it.
No, we gonna do that.
Yeah,
we
definitely,
see if
I can get up in that spring graduation or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had to go over there and stunt on them for one time.
Hell yeah.
But to your point, when I was in college, the part where I finished, it's like, I ain't had time to worry about that silly ass shit. I ain't got time to be out here thinking I'm better than the world and I ain't even got $10 damn to buy a 20 pack of diapers.
Man, life gon' hit
Fuck
you.
that goddamn degree, man. What that shit doing for you boy right now? Big bro, where you go when you about to explode? Keep going.
Once you get out of the ego part of the ego-driven part of you for the reason why you got into college, why you got that car, why you got that house, and you know that you got those things not because you personally want them, but because of what you wanted to feel. You wanted to feel important. You wanted to feel status. You wanted your family to look at you a little bit better than they have. You know
I just want to qualify for certain jobs.
Yeah, but some people don't.
That's all I want to do.
They like the idea of going to a college. I went here and I graduated and got my bachelor's or my master's, and it's like, that's great. A lot of y'all ain't even working in the field, but you went to school in.
Look, I'm gonna say this because we talking about boundaries.
Shit.
We talking about boundaries and being able to say what you want to say. I'm gonna say this, man. I don't give a fuck about nobody's degree. Not no high school, not no junior college, associates, not no bachelors, not no masters. But he didn't give a fuck about your degree. Cause a lot of people can't even look you in your eye with they smart ass, with they confident ass. They can't even look a camera in the eye. It's built into the system. Everybody do it, but everybody don't want to admit that they do it.
Yeah, that part, and then a lot of people, once they are actually finding themselves in that situation doing that, they don't even acknowledge that part of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, people try to measure the respect that they gonna give to you. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, they gonna take it to you.
They gonna try to use your status, your degree, whatever it is you got going on in your life as a means to measure how they respect you. And I'm just like, man, I don't give a fuck. Some of y'all are bitter and unhappy with those degrees. Y'all are unhappy with the
bitter babysitter.
Baby, them degrees don't mean shit to people like us.
I want to goddamn line up on me about, because I said fuck your degree. I'm just going to let you know right now that you lined up and it leaves me and my mom on my side. My mom always felt like fuck your degree, and I did get that part from my mama. Yeah. Fuck your degree. What else can you do?
Without that degree, who are you as a person? Like, are you a good person? Yeah. Are you a manipulative person? Are you a vindictive person?
Do you know how to make friends? Do people like being around you? Do you have meaningful relationships?
Do you have more than 2 people in your phone that ain't family that you can call in the state of an emergency, or just somebody that
why else I feel like fuck your degree? I feel like fuck your degree because when I was young, you know what I'm saying, youthful, black male trying to make it out here in America, you know what I'm saying? I would have down there did anything. You paid me good, teach me a trade or some shit. But everybody talking about the degree, I'm like, so you mean to tell me that I can't get out the fucking hood because I can't get no fucking job? Cause I ain't got no fucking degree. Yeah. But the degree shit is shit that I already knew when I got to class.
That's why people get into a field that they're interested in. You think that they ain't looked that stuff up in high school and learned about it, but it's like a gimmick. It's we program. So
actually, with me too, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Cause when I went to college, I was like, I wanted to do music, but I went down there to the music office and they was like, yeah, big bro, so you got to audition on the instrument. I didn't even feel like I didn't have the confidence to believe that I can get through an audition on an instrument and get into the music program. So I was telling you why I didn't just do music when I was in college. So I'm like, all right, bet. If I can't do music, then I do music covers, goddamn. You know, that's when CDs was popping. I didn't know that CDs wasn't gonna be popping now, but still through Instagram and social media, I'm still kind of designing covers. But the problem is, I could have been 20 years old, had me a nice little illustrator job or whatever, and been on my way. You know, giving you Disney films by now. But that fucking degree. You had to have that fucking degree first, and that motherfucker, you gotta waste about 8 years of your life to get a degree.
Mistakes and living and learning. Now you like, I'm not going back to school. I don't care what it is going on there. But you also living in your truth because you still are able to do music and get paid for it, and you know
we all are.
Yeah, you able.
Everybody
to do
ends up doing what they wanted to do, except those dysfunctional motherfuckers.
And they be mad at you because you doing what you want to do and they can't. And it ain't that they can't, they can, but they're not in control of their life. So that is what restricts them. They're not in control.
I feel like it's a bunch of people that when they really had to go to their room and play, they didn't know what to do when they went in their room. When I was little and we had to go to the room, I had my video game. I'm like, bet. Even if I was restricted to I could only be in my room. I'm like, bet. Can I play the game? But I feel like some people just sit in their room and just be like a Sonic the Hedgehog, just ripping their skin off and they don't know what to do. instead of being able to create a little world within a world.
They lack imagination, and a lot of them don't have a mind of their own.
That's it right there. You do all this work just for somebody to sit you down and be like, are you stressed out as an adult? Is life getting the best of you? You want to know what I suggest you do? Go home and work on strengthening your imagination, because most adults lose it.
Imagination.
Some people, they had no imagination when they had to go to their room, but I had one.
Yeah.
When I was playing that game, I'm like, all right, bet I'm finna play the hell out of this motherfucker all day, and then when I gotta go outside, I'm trying to be playing football again.
Yeah. I always did things by myself when I was a kid. I had a lot of friends and I had a lot of relatives and stuff, and it was
Real
like,
friends or spiritual friends?
both.
Alright.
I say
That was
both.
a good question.
I say both because I'm the baby of might as well just say it. I'm the baby of 14 kids, but my mama had me late in the game.
Just keep moving.
So while she was pregnant with me, I had siblings that was pregnant with her grandchildren. So I pretty much grew up in a house with just me and my sister, and she was even 6-7 years older than me.
Just keep moving.
So I was fine with being by myself, being a loner, being at home. In my adult life, I feel like it's the same way. I like being at home. Y'all see us going out and stuff. We creating content and memories at the same time and allowing you guys to share in it with us. But normally, if we could be home all day, we don't be getting cabin fever. We don't be like, oh, I just got to go out.
I hadn't even ever heard of cabin fever until I was like 25. And I'm like, what is that?
It's a thing.
Yeah, man, I get it's a thing, but again, in my house, you can sit your ass in that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner.
Oh, yeah.
If we say we ain't about to go nowhere, we ain't about to go nowhere.
You had to be okay with it, too.
You ain't had no choice. And it wasn't like no Joe Jackson type shit. You know, we wasn't getting beat or no shit. It's just like, nigga, find something to do.
I personally...
But when I found out that some adults take offense to you feeling like they should find something to do in the house.
Ooh, yeah.
What the fuck are we paying for it for?
The thing is, why pay for this big old nice house and all this other stuff? You pay all this extra money for a really nice big house that you don't even want to be in. That's weird. That's always been weird to me. I actually it's like scary for people that have to be on the go in order to be happy. Like they're not happy being at home, creating memories. If they don't have nothing to post on Instagram or anything, that's sad.
You can stop with right there before you got to Instagram, because just the thought of having to get up and do something every day, like that really wears my soul. Like thinking about it made me just want to be like,
it creates anxiety where there shouldn't be. It's like I can't sleep in till 1 o'clock because I'm expected to get up every day just to go find somewhere to go to make someone outside myself happy. I think that comes with a lot of fear, a lot of pressure, and you burn out. It's only a matter of time. Like a homebody could never really coexist with somebody that want to be out on the go. That's my opinion. And if it works for you, if you have a homebody and you active all the time and it works for you, that's great. Chime in, comment below.
I think it's important to say that.
I want to know.
I think it's important to say that a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you find all that stuff out, even about the compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
You find all that out after you already done hooked up. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it be kind of too late.
We got to give ourselves permission to still be a human and experience life for the first time in different regards. But once your ass know, now it's up to you to start working on your ready to love test.
And what should be on a ready to love test? Name 3 things. Just 3 things that should be on a ready to love test for people that are new to dating.
Do you like to go out or do you like to stay home? Mm-hmm. That's number 1 question. Mm-hmm. And each side, it should resonate within you. Don't be talking about, well, sometimes I like to. No. Every day, when you wake up, if you ain't got shit to do, are you looking for somewhere to go or are you trying to stay in the house? That's a very important question for relationships. Mm-hmm. That's number 1. Number 2, do you like to text or do you like to talk?
Yeah.
Some people can live their whole day texting, ain't saying nothing. And some people live their whole day talking, ain't shut up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That shit matters. Now, I don't know how they should be paired up, but at least knowing it, that's like a love license. Yeah. You're like, well, I know how to do this. I know I like to do this. What makes you have your paper and write down these things? I like to go out. I like to stay home. Because it's a lot of time just being wasted figuring it out and people know what's really inside.
On our break, for people that still stay tuned with us, he was just saying like, dang man, you gonna have us out here fucked up. People gonna be mad. It's like, that's fine. Like, we don't create these videos to piss people off. Like I said, a lot of y'all gonna resonate with what we talking about, or y'all just may like our energy in general. So like, we can't live and exist in a world that you let other people feel that they can control your thoughts and what you say and what you do and how you respond.
Yeah, that's a fucked up system we live in.
It
really
is
do
crazy
become
as
that
fuck.
too. It like, you be walking around by yourself on some low key shit, like, I gotta keep all my thoughts to myself, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Or it's gonna cause an argument. You're gonna get that text message, a call, a block.
that mean you gotta be by yourself all the time. Like, you be by yourself all the time because you feel like you can't never let your thoughts out.
That's not healthy.
That ain't healthy. That's called repression. That leads to disease.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what you want to talk about? You
Y'all
know what
better
I mean?
start reading some of these self-help books. Like me, I've always feel like I've always been vocal.
I gotta say something about that self-help book though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're gonna take that approach, you really gotta look at a list and just say, what could I use to work on? Or what, you know what I'm saying? Where could my weakness come from? Because some people look at the self-help and they like, none of this shit will help me. I'm an alpha. But they really not, you know what I'm saying? But
some people read, let's be clear, some people are out here reading narcissist books and self-help books and all type of memes and sharing them to shame people.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not a reflection of themselves. Yeah. It's just to shame somebody in their life.
Like a loser can figure out a way to fuck up a self-help book. Like, oh, this shit is like spells against regular people.
When
like,
a self-help book really connects with you and your spirit, you really do be reading stuff in it intentionally knowing that, oh man, that sound like me, I need to make these changes. But instead, average crazy motherfucker, they read the books and they try to find fault in other people instead of saying, you know, for example,
they're trying to find an alibi.
They do the little weird shit. Like, let's say you're on Facebook or whatever, you scrolling. And instead of a person saying, I did blank or I did this in my life and, you know, I need to work on that.
Yeah.
They'll say little things like, my biggest flaw or regret in life is caring too much or doing this.
It's like, why you always trying to make yourself be the champion? Like, you really won, but they, you know, so they took it. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
my biggest mistake or moving forward, I'll never love hard again because you get hurt. It's like,
what is your definition of loving hard? You like, nah,
acting like a child, having no fucking mommy and daddy issues,
acting crazy in the house. Don't want to cook, don't want to fuck. That's your definition of loving hard.
Well, loving hard could be subjective, as we know.
Exactly.
But what people don't understand is when people try to shame people, if the camera was rolling in your home 24 hours a day,
man, some people would be out here.
People would be out here killing themselves.
The internet would be taking their ass out.
The internet, and they wouldn't be, because they're not in control of their life, they would hurt seeing the comments.
And that's the whole point. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna tell you I ain't never got mad as fuck and went crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
But I always can keep controlling myself. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
If a camera was watching me and they see me acting like this, what happened to me warrant this behavior.
Yeah, that's the growth part though. That's for people. What he's speaking on right now is for people that have grown. Because like, I even speak for myself. Like, I am a Taurus bull, baby. And when you step on my fucking toes, I will go ape shit. So in terms of like, when I was just saying that we got to use our voice and our talents, I feel like with Reno, he's a very simple person, peacemaker. He haven't used his throat chakra in areas where he probably should have. But moving forward, the growth part of him, he knows to do that. For me, I've always been vocal. So my learning point was for me not to say anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the opposite.
So our healing journeys are different. So in terms of like anything else, that's just pretty much like where we are individually.
Yeah. That's another thing too. People always tell me I'm on a journey to... Man, what the fuck kind of journey you on if you ain't read nothing but a whole circle of shit you want to see all day?
Memes.
Niggas' religion is meme out here.
Memes that make them.
One day they gonna be like
a good person.
What are we in? 2021. What is it? 2022. In 2022, niggas believed in memeism. Yeah. That's what niggas believe in. Just scroll and see a bunch of memes they feel like they can relate to. Figure out how they the good guy in every story they see. What kind of journey are you on? Yeah. You sure you ain't going backwards, fool?
Pity party. It's always a pity party. It's always something.
I said I wasn't gonna preach today.
Pastor, bring it on home.
I'm just saying, like, hey, come on, man.
Yeah, you just have to grow from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people that haven't grown from who they are on a day-by-day basis or how they respond or act to stuff. Like, we're talking about anything. Angry people, bitter people. It's always something that they're looking for to talk about. They are not on a healing journey.
You're too grown for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Just childish.
Memeism.
And we all got a lot to go, but you know, you just know a person that's struggling with those type of demons because of how they respond to things. That's why I'm very slow to respond to things in my life now. I ain't got too fucking old. If it don't pay me, if it don't affect me in any kind of way, I don't give a fuck. You can say whatever you want. I've used my throat chakra, I feel like my entire life. I'm at a point right now where if you ain't got it by now, you never will. I don't give a shit. I'm focusing on being slow to anger. I'm focusing on not letting people get me out my body, not caring, being in more control of my life because it really make my days go by easy.
I'm focusing on feeling the way I feel when I close my eyes and my mind is clear. I'm focused on feeling like that while my eyes are open. Mm-hmm. Because open eyes is a lot. Mm-hmm. That means every time your eyes open, your brain is being stimulated. Mm-hmm. And some people's brain has been developed to not be able to handle that much stimulus or stimuli, whatever you say. Like being sure that I woke up every day. Mm-hmm. Like,
ooh, and he just said being sure that he did. I want to add to that and saying being glad that you did. Because sometimes when you be like in household situations, your job, you know, your relationship, friendship, whatever.
Dead end 9 to 5
you really
job.
do be like, oh, I woke up today.
Fucking
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking Ritter Center.
Every day you like, man, when I go to sleep, I'm going to wake up to drama and bullshit.
Fucking
and that becomes your life.
You got to think about all this stuff all day. It's constant mayhem on your brain.
Yeah.
So I be trying to live without the mayhem, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go that day just being in your room reading a real book that ain't on your iPhone necessarily. Like have real life books.
Yeah, I go to sleep with real life books.
Yeah.
I read way more books on my iPhone than niggas read real books.
Yeah. That's okay. And that's okay if that's something that you want to do. That's fine. But read books, write more, prioritize more.
Yeah.
You don't always have to have your phone and music playing. Like, I have a whole TV and I only play meditation videos on there just to keep myself sane because people really will try to get you out of body and have you fucked up. And you can respond. But the fact that I get up every day and I choose not to do anything that I don't want to do, I have so much more power in my life. I used to have, I just want to fix people's shit. No, I have pity on people that wake up every day and choose violence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for something that you can move past, you choose to just stick on it. I look at you like a child. So when you see me out here not responding, not reacting, just living life, being happy, what you're seeing is me looking at you like you are a child. And I feel sorry for you that you hate your life that much that you have to go out and try to make other people's lives miserable.
Yeah. Influence.
That's power in that. I'm the adult, you the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, we can be equals if you can get here.
Yeah, that too. And I don't mind helping you on the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I don't mind helping you on the motherfucking way. But until you start acting like a fucking adult and you start being mature and you want to have goodness in your life and get that hatred out your fucking heart for whoever or whatever, you ain't gonna never have nothing good. It's never gonna stick around long. You gotta get that hatred out of your fucking heart. Hatred only attract hateful people. Even if they look nice on the outside and they seem cool or whatever, what is bonding you to that person is the hatred that y'all both share. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but then when you go down that journey, though, I can tell you for sure, if you go down that journey, you're gonna get to the point. At some point in your life, you're gonna get to the point you're like, damn, I think I might be the only one I can trust. You know what I'm saying? You gotta start there.
Yeah.
That's the start here point. Mm-hmm. Because you need to establish trust with yourself first before you go out into the world and start picking other people to trust. Yeah. So like that's the whole unlearn to learn. You're like, damn, I gotta just trust myself. Wow. Mm-hmm. I never tried trusting myself. This feels new. You know what I mean? It's like so much shit be controlling you.
And trusting yourself can be hard too. And that's why having accountability partners make that so great, because in moments where you wanted to trust yourself, but you was around a whole bunch of negative Nancys of the world, you lose and get discouraged, and you just be like, oh, my ideas aren't that great. And next thing you know, you're doing something else to try to please somebody. But when you have an accountability partner,
end up at where you started,
and they trust you, like, man, you can quit your job, you can do this, you can be great. You like, you know what? I told myself that before. You the only person else that said that. I probably can do this shit.
Ever since I started trusting myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this. This is a very, very long video. We really, honestly, it was supposed to be like 10 to 20 minutes long. So we're gonna break the video up, and you're gonna have to end up watching part 2. So what we concluded out of today's segment is to have control over yourself and over your life, so the outcome is always going to be one that you expect for yourself. Don't care about what nobody say about you and what you got going on and what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Believing in yourself, trusting yourself.
And you need to figure out, are you ready to love? You need to go take your ready to love test.
Don't forget the list, y'all. He gave you a list.
And you can, I'm gonna give you some homework. Write down your own questions for you to answer. See, people, that's another thing. People always want somebody else to tell them what to do, as if you don't have the power to tell yourself what to do. And you do. That's a part of, oh my gosh, I think I might be the only one I can trust. They make you think you're crazy if you feel like that, but that's a good starting point. Because you didn't even trust yourself before. Now you know you.
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, giving people homework. So write down your checklist. Ask yourself, are you ready to love? Ask yourself, do you be fair to your partner? Do you actually treat people how you want them to treat you? And you can practice that all day long. You know what I'm saying? You might be sending up with some little hate shit on your heart. You're like, you know what? Let me drop this hate. You know what I'm saying? Go do something good. I tell you one thing, I ain't never seen nobody say they ain't want their back rubbed.
Oh. Yeah. In addition to everything he was saying, and earlier in the video, y'all pretty much heard what we thought about ways that you can make your relationship better, strengthen your relationship.
Booty rub. Keep going.
Yeah, booty rubs, back rubs, you know, he physical touch, for example, and I'm physical touch and quality time. And we definitely reciprocate in a lot of different ways. I touch him all the time. He get back rubs every day. Like, that's just what it is in my relationship. Y'all relationship is different, and that's fine. Do what works for y'all. Make sure, in addition to his list, make sure that whatever questions that you have on your list, ask yourself, are you deserving? Are you truly deserving of a relationship that requires for someone to do all the things that you want them to do? Are you slow to anger? People that are new to dating, take your girl or your guy out to eat and pay close attention to how he treats or how she treats your server. That could be the red flag that could save you. You have to pay attention to how they really truly treat and how they feel about other people.
I want to say too, you said that my love language is physical touch. I want to say that the reason the book, The 5 Love Languages of Love, whatever, that was my first book reading as an adult. Like, that's the first book that I really just picked up off the shelf and read that book from start to finish. And I've been on a journey ever since then. Yeah. So, you know, I say to all people, you know, this reading shit that we talk about, it really is being kind of literal. Like, you gotta read the book, like page 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 1,000. If the book got 1,000 pages, you need to really aim to read 1,000 pages.
Yeah, read the whole book.
Stop trying to take shortcuts.
Yeah, and because like I said,
y'all be out here believing in memes y'all see on social media, and y'all don't even know the memes came straight from books that you can read. They'll
read the book, and they take certain parts of it to post or talk about, but it's like, yeah, but you didn't read page 90 when it countered what you said on page 5.
Because like people that really read the books that they suggest, they know, but based off what you screenshot, what you saw, and it got you so excited and feeling yourself that you stopped reading.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole wave of pages behind that. When somebody read, they're like, this nigga stopped on the first chapter.
Yeah.
Think he got it already. How can you have it if you only read 5% of the book?
We read Whole again, and that book,
that was good too,
it talk about borderline narcissism. It tells you a lot about yourself.
You be sitting there waiting like, which one is me?
You be reading, and by page 5, you're like, oh, I think I'm this. But that actually helped us in our our lives, you know what I'm saying? Because not only does the book help you figure out what you are, it also help you identify the people that's been in your life and how they've been able to control and manipulate you, or maybe you was a manipulator, depending on who's reading the book.
Yeah.
It teaches you, it's a self-help book. I think everybody should read it. We literally read it together, like, I mean, side by side, page for page. We would read a paragraph, he would read a paragraph, and then at the end of the night, we would talk about what we learned from it. And we were able to be very, very, I'll say transparent with one another and talk about our trauma and things that we experienced in the book. That way we know how to love each other better. Yeah, but the narcissists of the world, they're not going to want to read that book.
I learned another
that book
important
is not
thing,
going to
too.
be on their to-do list.
Another important thing is that every time you feel like you want to tell somebody they need to go to therapy, you need to pause and you need to ask yourself, what is triggering you so much in that moment that it makes you decide that you understand a better course of treatment for somebody else, but you're the one that's aggravated.
Pastorino!
Find out next week on
R&B Dreams.
It's a stick up.
You funny.
I could teach you how to keep your man. Let him ball on 2K and let him play again. If he married to the money, that's the wedding band. every day, yeah, man, I love this. Purpose every day, I wouldn't trade this shit for nothing. Some niggas hated me, but I went and transcended it. If she reek of toxicity, then I don't even friend of it. I hate people that start shit, but they don't see the. What I'm supposed to do with 9 to 5, do I look like a fool? When the ass slid out, too deep to give up now. If you do what they say, then clone, sit your ass down. I'm hitting gas, yeah, and texting, yeah. Put it on my bag, yeah. I told it, yeah. That 40, yeah. I told it, yeah. Tension in the air, yeah. So I told it, yeah. Talking emoji, yeah. You know it, yeah. Cause they watching, yeah. And I'm popping, yeah. I'm not stopping, yeah. And how she tacky, yeah. I'm cold as hockey, yeah. Hockey, yeah. If you listen, Black Queen, I could tell you how to keep your man. Break 'em peace, do you understand? Keep it simple like a pitcher throwing underhand. Don't be trying to slam on him like you want a man. And yeah, he might be lit in marijuana land. And when them groupies hear his music, yeah, they might dance. Might dance. Girl, if you wanna keep your man, then you better dance. Don't be trying to tell nobody who you better than. You worry about niggas trying to be me, then go get 'em then. Black Queen, I could teach you how to keep your man. Let him ball on 2K, and let him play again. If he married to the money, that's the wedding band. Fuck them papers while we got it, tell it to that man. If you riding and I got it, know you got it too. If you don't feel it too, you probably sus, boo. Black Queen, I could tell you how to keep you man. Shut your damn mouth, understand. Do your damn job, and I'm doing mine. Respect a nigga waking up, getting on his grind. Black Queens, let me tell you how to keep your man. Black Queen, let me tell you how to keep your man. I hope you'll join me for s'mores and folk tales. And I also hope that you'll enjoy yourself. I invite you to come over and enjoy yourself. Got some hot chocolate and cocoa and s'mores and stuff. Yeah.
Bright as the stars that shine, dark as the sky.
Oh, man.
I know this love of mine,
Yeah.
it will never die.
Yeah. Welcome to my campfire. Let me make you warm inside. You don't have to fear, only the beach getting the homicide. Dropping album after album, rapping really all my life. Took some gambles on myself and look like they all paid off. I'm humble over egotistic cause my piney owl's right. No, I cannot pull up to your spot if you the cloud type. Banking like my 40, what I'm blowing is the loud type. Telling you these stories out my mouth about the South life. Yeah, I'm back at it again. Yeah, that new pack just came in. Yeah, I'm still waking up, claiming my wins. And yeah, being careful, selecting my friends. And yeah, coming out, going right back in. And yeah, investing for them dividends.